Ramadan Mubarak to everyone that's celebrating. And if you're not celebrating, I appreciate the genuine curiosity and well wishes that I have received from many of my non Muslim friends and followers. So it's been a beautiful experience to be able to share my culture and my religion through social media. It was something that I kind of didn't share as much in the past because I was talking mostly about entrepreneurship and social media marketing in previous years, and now I'm starting to share more and more of my life. And so the response has been really beautiful. And I know I shared the last video I shared, I talked about how I was nervous for this Ramadan, and my fears were kind of came true, I guess. Um, I I think before, so I have some health problems that make it really difficult for me to fast. And so I have not fasted for the last 2 years, and I really wanted to this time. So what I did was like I kind of just made dua, and I just made, I had a conversation with God, and I said, "Hey, if I'm not meant to fast, like let me know. Let me know if it's right for me, show me a sign." And literally that day, like all of my family members sit me down separately and they're like, "Hey, we don't think you should fast this year." So if that wasn't an obvious sign, I don't know what is. So what ended up happening is I was stubborn and I tried it anyway. So the first fast I did do, and the entire morning went really well, and I was like, I got this, I can do this. But it was like close to like when there was like maybe 2 or 3 hours left, I started getting really dizzy. And then I started going to the point where like my vision started like kind of getting a little fuzzy. And usually for me, that's a really bad sign because then it gets to the point where I start to like get a little bit of black spots, blacking out. And that is a sign that my blood sugar has dropped way too low. And when my blood sugar drops way too low, it also starts to trigger like severe anxiety, severe panic attacks, intrusive thoughts, things that I, work really hard to maintain and to overcome. All of that becomes extremely overwhelming. I remember one time I had actually taken my pet to the vet, and it was my cat, and I went into the restroom and I like just blacked out. And it turns out my blood sugar had dropped to like the 30s, which they say like I should have been in a hospital, like I could have gone into a coma. Um, and that's what really scares me, is that letting it get to the point where I could actually potentially die. And what ended up happening is, so I was really struggling before opening the fast, but I made it to iftar time. I made it to sunset. And then when I ate, I mean, it was like a sharp spike in blood sugar, which happens for everyone, right? But since mine dropped so extremely low, it was just like my body was in physical pain after that. So my hands, my head, like just everything, like I just felt like I had been like punched repeatedly, and felt so anxious and nervous. And then I was like, you know what? Like, for when your health does not allow it, God does not ask you, Allah does not ask you to push yourself to the point where it could be, life threatening. So, for the sake of my family and my own health, I'm probably going to have to donate a meal every day instead of fasting. And that really caused a lot of emotional distress for me because I do want to fast. I do want to feel like I'm participating in Ramadan, but I don't think it's in the cards for me this year. I'll probably have to work with some more doctors and figure out what I can do if I am going to try to fast in the future. I might try the last 10 nights of Ramadan and just kind of flip my schedule, like mornings and nights, and see if that might be an option. So, yeah, there's that news. But what I am gonna do is try to make the most of this month, regardless. So, going to be studying the Quran, reading the full Arabic version, but also studying the English version, doing a lot of dhikr, doing a lot of. I'm gonna try to do just a deep study and focus of the Quran, And also, I think part of what I want to do this year is a little bit of like dawah as well. I want to share Islam with people who aren't necessarily Muslim and also want to maybe learn more about Islam. I do have a few people that have reached out to me on social media saying that, hey, we're interested in the religion, we want to learn more. So I'm going to be trying to share more information with people as well. And beyond that, I'm just going to try to make it very special for Lily because it's Lily's third Ramadan officially, which is just mind blowing to me. Um, she was born in Ramadan, and that was her first one. Then last year, second one, which was during COVID, and then this one. So she's in the middle of her third Ramadan, which is so beautiful. And I'm gonna just do whatever I can to make sure that she develops a deep love for this month, for Islam, creating activities for her. I've got a couple of different activities, and I might actually even go as far as to like put together a product that other moms can use and with their kids, or gift other kids, like if you have a niece or nephew or something. So I've got some things in the works and I'll share with you as I go along. But for now, I just wanted to give you guys my first fasting update. Share with me below, how was your first fast? How is your Ramadan going? And subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks.